I'm Jeff Brandon along with Walt Fry, welcoming you to Norristown High boys basketball for 1988-89. Walt, coming into this season opener for Norristown, high expectations for this Norristown Eagle boys basketball team. Tonight they take on the crosstown rival Bishop Kenrick Knights in what should be, by all the predictions we've heard so far, a Norristown win. But I'll reiterate what we say every year, and in every contest where Norristown and Bishop meet, you have to throw out all the predictions because this is a crosstown rivalry. Everybody's parents are here, everybody's family and friends are here. We have a huge crowd here at Norristown High Auditorium, and I think it's going to be an exciting ball game.
You also have to look at practice the two teams have had. Norristown, this is their first real game of the year, and Bishop Kenrick has already had a couple of games. The emotion is running high. Always emotion is a big factor. But talent, I think, should win out for Norristown.
Let's talk about that Norristown talent. Walt, Norristown has 4 starters coming back from last year's team, which went 20-5. Norristown did get bumped early in district playoffs last year, but great experience coming back for the Eagles.
Of course, you have senior Ken Cool, junior Binky Johnson, who everyone was amazed at how good he was as a sophomore. Should be even better as a junior. Joel Jones, more experience at the center position, and Jeff Thompson, a junior. So you have a lot of talented, experienced people in there for you, and as well as some people coming off the bench who played varsity last year.
Yeah, Coach John Cresswell said in preseason interviews that he said his team can go 8 deep and not lose anything. And I think that's going to give him the diversity and the versatility that he's going to need to go a long way this season.
Definitely. The versatility is always good, especially in high school. If you want to go to a trap or something tired, you need the people to be coming off the bench for you. Norristown has that.
Let's talk a little bit about the way Norristown puts the ball in the hoop. Last year they relied heavily on the shooting talents of Ken Cool, who is a three-point expert. Now that we have three-point shots in PIAA, Ken has really flowered into a fantastic scorer for John Cresswell. And Binky Johnson. Binky averaged 14.5 points a game last year. Ken led the area at 22 points a game. Those were the guys you went to most often. This year I think the Eagles are going to have a more balanced attack.
Well, I think with the returning in the middle, you're going to see them go a lot more to Joel Jones. He's grown a couple inches. They probably should go a lot more to him. Binky Johnson, you might even see him score a little bit more this year. A couple times you saw him last year play some forward instead of the point guard, and he flourished there, but he's such a good ball handler, you really don't like to move him out of there. Ken Cool, the three-pointer, of course, is a big factor. Some people say he had an off year last year. Probably should come back very strong this year.
I think it's going to be an exciting year for us because this is the first year in a while where the preseason predictions have said Norristown's going to win District 1. And that's the expectation for this team. I hope that the expectations don't get ahead of the results.
Well, the past years, Abington has been the favorite to win the league and district, and Abington, of course, in Norristown's conference. This year, because of the returning experience and the talent, Norristown is favored to win their league easily and District 1. I think because the players are so experienced, so seasoned, I don't think you're going to see John Cresswell let them get ahead of themselves.
What I like about this team is that not only are they heavily talented, but they're mature. Having played together for one full season, starting out this season early, a few challenges right off the bat. They play Bishop Kenrick here tonight in this season opener. And of course, the Eagles will come back against Bishop Kenrick in the annual Triangle Holiday Tournament played here at Norristown High. That in late December. The Eagles always match up in one of the first round games in that tournament. So whoever wins tonight, there's going to be a rematch late in December, and we'll be covering that game for you too. The Eagles then have Plymouth White Marsh, always a tough ball game, another rivalry. Then they play Downingtown, and they also play Coatesville. So they're going to have some early tests before they even get into league play.
Well, the Coatesville game should really be a battle. Up in Coatesville, last year they played them at Westchester University in the district playoffs. And it was really a heated game, both between the players and the fans. So you should really see a tough game that one. Hopefully Norristown can come away with that one.
Let's talk a little bit about how these two teams here match up tonight. Bishop Kenrick, a smaller squad than Norristown. That's got to be the first point of contention. And secondly, I think ability-wise and maturity-wise, the Eagles have the edge here.
Well, Bishop Kenrick, definitely smaller. Only 1 or 2 starters for Kenrick, while all the Norristown starters are between 6 feet and 6'5". So the height should be a factor. The experience, you're right. I think only 2 seniors from this year's Kenrick team played varsity last year, while, as we mentioned, there are 4 returning starters for Norristown. So experience should help, and plus the home crowd, there's not really much of an advantage. But Norristown fans traditionally loud, Norristown should use that experience to come away with it.
It's tough to make predictions, having never seen Norristown play. Obviously, this is their season opener. But I'm going to say Norristown's going to be a fast-paced offense, but I think Binky Johnson's going to add that degree of stability when it's required. I think we're going to see Norristown come out and take it to Bishop Kenrick tonight. Make Kenrick play catch-up. Make them run and keep up with the Eagles.
I think Norristown's strong point this year, they can play anybody's game. I think they can go inside if they have to, and they can run. I think you're right. You're going to see them try to run Bishop Kenrick out of the place.
It'll be interesting to see what kind of defenses that the Knights can come up to tackle the Eagles this season. Last year, a lot of opponents played the box and one against Norristown, and I don't think that's going to work this year because anybody out on the floor for the Eagles this season is going to be a scoring threat. It's going to make it tough on opposing defenses.
A lot of defenses did go to some sort of zone to try and stop the outside shooting of Ken Cole and Binky Johnson. This year, they go to the zone. Norristown will probably just pound it inside to Jeff Thompson and Joel Jones. It will be interesting to see what kind of defenses someone can devise to try and stop Norristown.
Walt, I think it's going to be an exciting ball game, folks. I hope you'll stay tuned. Walt and I'll be back in just a moment, the starting lineups, and we'll get underway here at Norristown High School Gymnasium. Okay, folks, let's give you the starting lineups here. First of all, the Bishop Kenrick Knights. Number 43, B.J. Marchese at guard. Number 10, Mike Allerton. Number 40, number 34, Andrew Rowan. And number 42, Brad Krenicki. Starting for the Norristown Eagles. Number 34, Michael Evans at forward. Number 40, Jeff Thompson at forward. Number 31, Joel Jones at center. Number 30, Ken Cool will be your shooting guard. And number Dana Binky Johnson at point guard. The 1988-89 Norristown Eagles, coached by John Cresswell. The Bishop Kenrick Knights, led by Coach Tom Kehoe. Once again, folks, I'm Jeff Brandon along with Walt Fry, and this game is being brought to you by the Norristown Area School District. Mr. Tony Koya, our producer and director this evening. Joel Jones, the senior center for the Eagles, listed at 6'5". He'll take the tap with number 34, Andrew Rowan from the Knights. Rowan listed at 6'2", 170 pounds. They are for the first tap off of this new season, and Ken Cool controls for Norristown. Right away, back to number 32, Binky Johnson. Of course, the Eagles in all white with the blue trim. It's off Binky's leg, out of bounds, and Bishop Kenrick will take possession for the first time. Bishop Kenrick in the black uniforms with the gold numbers.
So maybe some first game jitters there. Saw Binky Johnson try to drive and had it knocked away. I'm sure he'll get over that quickly.
Norristown playing a trapping defense right away against Bishop Kenrick. Mike Allerton at the point for Norristown playing a man-to-man defense. Good pressure by Michael Evans. They go down in the corner to Marchese. He looks inside. Dish back, blocked by Joel Jones. Outlet pass to Binky Johnson. Johnson drives the lane up. Basket's good. No. See if there was a foul before the shot, Walt.
But you can really see that Norristown attitude right now. They're saying, we're going to go man-to-man, and you're not going to beat us. Michael Evans that time went up high to block the shot and then set the fast break. That should be the way the whole season goes for Norristown.
And that time, no basket for Johnson. He was fouled before he went up. Ken Cool from outside. Oh, boy. First attempt, and he's good for 3 points. The Eagles up on top 3-0. And Kenrick is in for a long night if Ken Cool makes that shot this evening. Allerton, Binky Johnson in his face. They get down low. Jones forces a bad shot. He's on the wing, takes it to the lane. Double pump. He's fouled, no basket. But Michael Evans will go to the line to shoot two. Looks like Ken Cool trying to pick up where he left off last season. 22 points a game last year for Norristown. Already 6 points in this game. We've played a minute and a half. Evans drops the first. So 7-0 Norristown, 6:18 to play in the first quarter. Evans misses the second. Jones with the rebound. Soft shot won't go. Another rebound, no. And Kenrick controls, so the Eagles missed 2 golden opportunities to tack on another pair of points.
There's that height winning out for Norristown, grabbing two offensive rebounds that time.
Oh boy, Joel Jones with a block. Johnson down the... Binky Johnson pulls up, waits for his team to catch up to him. They dish inside. Nice move by Joel Jones. Turnaround basket from 4 feet out. Timeout, Bishop Kenrick, and Tom Kehoe's squad is down 9-0. They have yet to get on the board. 5:44 to play in the first quarter. Walt, Norristown looks unstoppable.
The defense is incredible. You see a man-to-man, and then Binky Johnson that time went for the steal, got beat. Joel Jones came over. Great help to block the pass and gave Bruni absolutely nowhere to go.
Well, we saw in just that first 2 minutes of play, Walt, that Norristown can do it to you from the outside and they can take it inside strong on you. Joel Jones with a beautiful spin move. He had 3 men clawing at that ball. They dropped it inside. Jones did a little hip shake, turned around, dropped the ball in from 4 feet out, and we saw Ken Cool can 2 long jumpers. So Tom Kehoe with a few words of encouragement for his. And Allerton's going to bring the ball up the floor slowly, try and set up his offense once again. Bruni looks for help. They find Allerton in the corner. They go down low, and there's the first points of the ball game for Bishop Kenrick. Bob Bruni with a nice look inside. Oh boy. Jeff Thompson with a pull-up jumper from the side of the lane. Good. It's 11-2 Norristown.
Jeff Thompson is almost unstoppable from that 10-foot and in range. He's just got such a soft touch.
Allerton almost loses control. But the Eagles aren't giving an inch here. Cool on Marchese. Bruni takes it off his hip. Nothing there. Oh boy. Nice follow by Bob Bruni that time, Walt. Took a bad shot the first time, but his own miss, and he gets fouled in the process.
Well, Bruni's the main scorer. Bruni can shoot it from the outside and take it to the hole. Marchese basically a set jump shooter. But the leadership really has to come from Allerton. As I said, Bruni's a scorer, but Allerton really has to control. It's only 5'6", but a good ball handler. You saw Binky Johnson almost steal it from him, but Allerton, a good ball handler, and you saw him dish that time inside to Bruni. He's got to control the game for Kenrick.
And Mike Allerton's given away 7 inches to Binky Johnson. Bruni misses the free throw. Norris rolls. Cool with the pull-up. Oh, with the left hand, it's good. And Ken slip, and that was only good for 2. Ken Cool, 8 points in the ball game, 13-4. The Eagles up on top. They look down on the baseline. Andrew Rowan controls for Bishop Kenrick. Marchese takes it to the hole. No good, gets his own board. He is blocked by Joel Jones. Kenrick takes the ball away. Marchese up. No, misses the layup. Binky Johnson brings the ball down for Norristown. Up to Michael Evans. Evans to Thompson. It's good. Kenrick with some missed opportunities there, Walt, and the Eagles capitalize and convert at the other end.
Well, that's intimidation. Norristown's got about 4 or 5 blocks already. That's just intimidation.
Joel Jones has been a force inside. 3-pointer from Allerton, no good. Marchese with the board. His shot off the board, no good. Jones with the rebound. They outlet to Ken Cool. Cool pulls up on Allerton. Oh boy! Man, there's no defense in the book for that kind of shooting. 3:19 to play in the first quarter, 17-4. The Eagles up on top. Ken Cool with 10, count them, 10 points. Good look inside. I'll tell you, That time Kenrick almost waited too long, but he gets the hoop off the glass. 17-6, Eagle lead. Back to 11. Evans takes it inside. Michael Evans misses a shot. Rowan with the rebound. And Walt, last 2 times down the floor for Ken Cool, Mike Allerton was on him, and Ken Cool just said, fine, I'll pull up from 10 feet and I'll stick it right. And Cool is just, he's hit nothing but net so far. Nice move by Bob Bruni that time off a good pass.
Well, Cool is more than a shooter. He's just a flat-out scorer. He can score from anywhere, anytime.
Nice dish to Evans inside. Easy shot. No, won't go. Kenrick with the rebound. Our score 17-8. Bob Bruni, 6 points for the Knights. Brad Kernicki, the only other bucket for Bishop Kenrick. Nice look inside. Rowan, basket's good. So Kenrick able to cut the Norristown advantage to 7, 17-10, 2 minutes to play in the first quarter.
And now the Kenrick players starting to get open a little bit. And you see Allerton finding the open men.
I tell you, the Eagles waste no time taking the shot, that's for sure. Way outside. Michael Evans is going to be called for over the top that time. Have some substitutions here. Number 33, Priest Ramsey, into the ball game for Michael Evans. And for Bishop, 24, Jeff Brennan into the ball game, along with number 5, Sean Kenny. So with 1:41 to play here in this first quarter, the Eagles ahead by 7, 17-10. Allerton throws the ball off the leg of Binky Johnson, so Kenrick will retain possession. Now the Eagles have dropped. Looks like the Eagles are into a zone now, Walt. Nothing there. Good defensive play by Norristown. No room that time for Jeff Brennan. Binky Johnson wide open to Jeff Thompson. Oh yeah! Sweet touch from Jeff Thompson. He's got 6 points in the ball game. 19-10 Norristown.
Again, Thompson anywhere near the foul line, he's going to make it.
Allerton drives around Ramsey, dishes to Bruni. Bruni's shot hard, won't go. Joel Jones with the board. He's triple team. Keeps the ball alive though. Nice effort by Joel Jones. Oh boy, Jeff Thompson tried to make a spectacular play. Caught the ball underneath the basket, almost made the hoop. That time Allerton's pass a little tongue for Brad Kernicki out of bounds. The Eagles will retain possession.
And Allerton trying to maybe do a little bit too much. That really only called for a little lob up to Kernicki, but Allerton trying to go low and skip the bounce pass right by. Howard Flowers now into the game.
Number 13, Howard Flowers, replacing Binky Johnson. No, pardon me, not replacing Binky Johnson. They're giving Jeff Thompson a seat and Joel Jones a little rest here. Kenny at the point now for Kenrick. Back outside for 3. Short, won't go. And that's the end of the first quarter as Priest Ramsey pulls down the board. So Walt, after 1 quarter of play, how do you think these Norristown Eagles have lived up to their press releases?
The whole team playing just like such a great team.
I tend to think I'm going to try and wear down this Kenrick starting 5. Bruni, nice move, takes it to the hoop. Nice strong hoop by Bob Bruni. Give him 8 points and Kenrick 12. 19-12 Norristown.
And now Marchese back in the game, giving Allerton a rest.
Binky Johnson, air ball. Binky with his first shot won't go. And Kenny being guarded by Howard Flowers. Just underway here in the second quarter of this crosstown rivalry. Marchese for 3, it's good. B.J. Marchese, his first basket of the ball game. 19-14. Priest Ramsey, no good. Rebound by Myers, his won't go. Priest Ramsey again won't go. And a foul on Marchese. It's interesting to see, Walt. It looks like the Eagles lose a little bit fluid nature. The offense slows down a little bit when you take out Joel Jones and Jeff Thompson. Eagles getting plenty of boards here.
At least 3 offensive boards, it seems like, every time they come down the floor. Just a matter of putting it in. And you just look at the players out there. Norristown's so much taller, and that time Marchese trying to come underneath for this strip.
Ramsey misses the first. So Norristown yet to score his second quarter. Ramsey misses again. Myers with the rebound. He's fouled. Kenrick has cut it was at one point, I guess, a 13-point deficit down to only 5. And Richard Myers will be at the line for the Eagles.
And the annual weakness of Norristown seems to be foul shooting.
Good look inside to Marchese. Nice pass to Bruni. No, won't go, off the side of the rim. Myers stripped of the ball. The shot off the glass, no good. Flowers fights for the rebound. Knights come away with it. Somebody has to control, and Binky Johnson finally does. Brad Kernicki that time with a missed shot inside. Johnson, coast to coast. .550 to play in the half. So Brennan with 2 points. Our score 24-16.
After those two, Brennan goes out, and Andrew Rowan, number 34, is back in.
Thompson with a spin move. Shot won't go. Allerton 3-on-2. Bruni, nice play. That time Richard Myers, I believe, going to be called for the foul.
That was a great catch by Bruni to bring that back without traveling and still go to the hoop.
Yeah, that time Allerton got the ball behind Bruni, and Bruni somehow, as you said, maintained his momentum, but gathered that ball in and went up for the shot, drew the foul. Bruni's shooting 2. Misses the first off the heel of the rim. Thinks it is 7th and 8th points of the ball game.
And Thompson that time not even challenged for the rebound.
Well, the Eagles are eating up inside, both offensively and defensively on the boards. 10-point lead, 26-16. Allerton inside. Shots up, won't go. They fight for it. Kenrick comes away with it. Bruni puts a shot up. Thompson comes away with the rebound. Lead to Myers. Nope. Binky Johnson, nice soft pass to Richard Myers, who couldn't control, out of bounds. Kenrick ball with 4:56 to play in the first half. Once again, Kenrick slows down the pace. Marchese looks to Bruni. Bruni from the outside, short. Thompson with the rebound. Michael Evans down the wing, all alone, nice layup. Michael Evans. But I tell you, with all these Thompsons and Evans and Johnsons out there, I'm having a lot of problems. A little pushing and shoving inside there. Official blows the whistle. Setting a few ground, good job by the officials to nip that in the bud. Myers goes out. Joel Jones comes back for Norristown.
And Brennan's back in for Bruni.
Johnson falls to the floor, no foul. Outside, Kranicki, pardon me, Andy Rowan from outside. Going to be a foul called on Rowan. He doesn't like it. Evans that time took the ball down the right side towards the basket, fouled on the way. It'll be 1-1. Scored 28-18. Eagles still up by 10, 3:41 to play in the half. And Walt Ken Cool yet to score here in the second quarter.
I don't think he's played in this whole second quarter.
Most of the offensive work's been done up front.
He's just come. I guess he needed a little rest being it's a first game, but I'm sure he'll come back strong.
Mike Evans hits the all-important front end of the 1-1. Evans misses the second, out of bounds. It'll be Kenrick ball. So 29-18 Norristown. Marchese brings the ball up court for Kenrick. Takes it inside all by himself. That time Michael Evans swatted the ball. Basket's good and Marchese will go to the line with a chance for a three-point play.
A good job by Marchese to see that opening and trying to get Kenrick a bucket that they badly needed at this point.
Absolutely, Marchese a good job that time. Took the ball to the lane. Three-point play as BJ sinks the free throw. Substitution not allowed that time, too late. Binky Johnson controls for Norristown. Evans open, back to Johnson, sets up. Johnson makes the 18-foot jumper. Eagles once again up by 10, 31-20. 3:10 to play here in the half. Johnson goes to the floor. They dish off inside. Nice hoop that time for Mark Ruggiano, number 52 for Bishop Kenrick. Evans, stutter step, no walk. Jones with a turnaround. Won't go, and Ruggiano comes away with it. And Walt the credit to this ball game yet. Marchese, way outside, three-pointer is good.
I think the crowd was into it when Cool was hot, but right now it seemed to have died down, and Kenrick only down by 5 now.
Mike Allerton's going to be called for the foul there on Ken Cool. And you can see Ken Cool wanted the ball that time. He wanted to do something offensively himself there. Howard Flowers back into the ball game for Michael Evans. So with 2:25 in the second quarter, Kenrick has succeeded in cutting that Norristown advantage down to 5 again.
And you've also got Brennan and Bruni back in for Kenrick.
Cool makes the first. Another substitution, Allerton leaves. Sean Kenny comes back into the game. Ken Cool sinks both free throws. Eagles now 33 to the Knights 26. And Marchese starting to handle the ball now for Bishop Kenrick. Eagles back in a man-to-man defense. Reach-in foul on Binky Johnson. And well, I think that's 3 on Binky. And quickly, Priest Ramsey is up. I think he's going to come into the ball game. And so he does. I don't think you'll see Binky Johnson before the second half with 2:06 to play here in the second quarter.
Should this game come down to the end, you really want Binky Johnson in there to be running the floor for you.
Jeff Brennan at the line for the Knights. Misses the front end of the 1-and-1. But Kenrick comes away with the rebound. That was Brad Kranicki. Back to Kranicki for the shot from the baseline. No. Nice board by Priest Ramsey. Went up strong. Oh, a little behind the back by Flowers. Thompson, no. Ramsey with the rebound, and he's pummeled by number 42, Brad Krenicki.
I see players on each team just slipping inside for the rebounds. Not a whole lot of boxing out going on underneath.
In the last several minutes, there's been a lot of tapping around inside, but nobody's gone up and just taken the ball. And that's what Priest Ramsey did that last time down the floor. Went up strong, hands on it, and ripped it down. And he misses the front end of his, he misses the first of his 2 free throws. Misses both, fights for the rebound, but Kenny comes away with it. Seven-point ball game. Sean Kenny with the ball for Bishop Kenrick. Marchese inside. Nice play by B.J. Marchese. Ken Cool down the left side. Way outside. No, in and out won't go. Bruni with the rebound. Howard Flowers with a steal. Joel Jones will hold it up, and Flowers comes back outside to take control.
Bruni's trying to start one of the few Kenrick fast breaks and just had it taken away by Howard Flowers.
Flowers move. Up and won't go. Jones with the rebound inside, and there's a bucket. Eagles 35, Knights 28 with 44 seconds to play in the first half. Kenny, shot won't go. Ramsey rips down another rebound. He's got Cool on his left. Priest Ramsey, oh boy! There's the first dunk of this at 20, and that last basket was a doozy. Priest Ramsey jams it home, and he really brought this crowd to life. Walt and I will be back in just a moment with a look at that first half of play. Walt at halftime. Norristown, a very impressive first half. They lead this ball game 37-29. The first quarter, Norristown looked magnificent. The second quarter, Kenrick fought back a little. Made the Eagles work for it, but Norristown managed to sustain that 9-point lead at the end of the first half, and largely on the part of a balanced scoring attack. Ken Cool was really hot in the first quarter, but they spread out the offense in that second quarter.
Well, the first quarter, Norristown jumped out to a 9-0 lead. That's been the lead now after the first quarter and at the half. So it's after that, it's pretty much been even basketball, but Norristown has spread it around. All 5 starters scored early. Ken Cool got hot, and then they took him out, and the offense didn't really suffer that much. They went to other people, which is good to have those other people. Kenrick still basically relying on to drive and Marchese to shoot the jumper. So they only have a couple of weapons compared to Norristown's 5.
Marchese really did come alive in that second quarter, added another dimension to the Kenrick attack, but I think they're going to need a lot more than that if they're going to sustain any kind of a chance to beat this Norristown squad. The Eagles really, really look impressive tonight, and I think you could see, I thought they lost a little bit when they took out some of those starting 5 guys, especially the big men, Joel Jones and Jeff Thompson. You can really see the improvement from last season. Last year they looked raw, and you can see the ability was, this year they really look like a polished squad. Absolutely, especially that front 5.
The starters are definitely very, very good as a team. They're great individuals, but even better as a team. And it's probably from playing together last year, 4 of them playing together last year. The bench players are good, solid players, but you just lose some of that fluency and not as smooth. But I think they're good enough to hold down the fort until the starters get their rest and come in and break the game open again. I
agree with you. It's been a good first half for Norristown. I think in the second half, Bishop Kenrick's got to come up with another offensive weapon. Marchese and Bruni aren't going to be enough, I'm afraid, for Tom Kehoe's Knights.
37 points is a lot. Of course, if you project that for a whole game, that's 74, which is a lot for a high school game. But the Norristown defense has been excellent. The big men inside just holding their ground, and Kenrick doesn't seem to know what to do with the ball. Norristown probably has about 8 blocks by now, at least, and a good number of steals. Kenrick, you've seen try to come out on the fast break, and that hasn't worked. Basically, it's been a set offense, and couple of holes down, it's been all for Kenrick.
I think another big key for Norristown so far has been their ability to control the boards, offensively and defensively. Kenrick is just not getting the second and third shots they need to keep pace with Norristown. The Eagles, on the other hand, are getting 2, 3, 4, 5 opportunities just about every time they go down the floor.
We mentioned the height. It also seems to be strength, but there's not a whole lot of boxing out. Fundamentally, it wasn't a real great first half, but Norristown players are dominating the boards on both ends. Towards the end, you saw Kenrick starting to grab a couple of offensive boards, but Norristown, as you said, getting 4 or 5 shots offside, and if they don't put it in, they get a foul.
Okay, let's take a look at the scoring in that first half. For Norristown, Ken Cool still finished off the half as the leading scorer with 12 points. Binky Johnson picked up 6, all in that second quarter, I believe, Walt. Joel Jones has 4 from his center position. Jeff Thompson, 8 good points. Thompson, which shows that nice outside shot. I think that's going to add another dimension to the Norristown scoring.
Thompson's strong inside, grabbing the boards, but that outside shot from 10, 15 feet and in is a very good weapon.
Michael Evans, your other starting forward, has 4 points. Priest Ramsey picked up a bucket, and what a buzz. As we closed out the first half, Ramsey on the fast break saw that wide open lane to the basket. He took it up hard, and he rammed it home.
It's a shame it wasn't to start the second half instead of to end the first, because the crowd really came alive. The whole crowd on their feet and screaming, and it really quieted down Kenrick. Norristown was giving Kenrick fits as it was, and after that, Kenrick just seemed so confused. It's a shame it couldn't continue for Norristown.
Rounding out the scoring for Norristown, Richard Myers has a bucket from the free throw line. For Kenrick, B.J. Marchese really came alive in that second quarter. He's got 11 points. He's taken over the leading scorer position from Bob Bruni, who finished the half with 8.
Though we projected Marchese as just the set shooter, we did see him get a 3 from the top, but he's seen the hole down the lane, and he's done a good job to take some leadership on this team and take it down the lane, get a couple buckets, and even a couple three-point plays with fouls. He is only a junior, but showing good leadership.
I agree. Also, Jeff Brennan with a bucket, Mike Ruggiano with a pair, and Andrew Rowan, 4 points. Brad Kern up the scoring with 2 for Kenrick. Walt, 9-point Norristown lead. I think you're going to see more of the same from John Cresswell's Eagles. I think it's going to be a fast-paced second half.
I don't think you'll see a change. I don't really see a need for change. The Norristown defense, very solid inside and out. And until Kenrick starts putting points on the board, Norristown really has nothing to worry about.
Okay, folks, we'll be back in just a moment for what should be an exciting second half.
Okay, we're back here, ready to start the second half. Norristown brings out their 5 starters: Cole, Johnson, Jones, Evans, and Thompson.
Sounds like a law firm.
And Kenrick also with their 5 starters. 37-28. They go inside to Jeff Thompson. Binky Johnson, good feed. Thompson with a strong move. Muscled it up and good. So Norristown with the first bucket. Allerton drives the lane, floats one up. No, heavy off the heel of the rim. Evans brings it down. Binky Johnson pushes it up court right by Allerton. Allerton knocked it away right to Thompson. Tom's own rebound. Inside for his second bucket of the second half.
Jeff Thompson's going to eat Kenrick for dinner tonight if they don't box him out inside. He is an aggressive rebounder, and he's shown that in this first 45 seconds of the second half.
Allerton. Bruni wanted the ball inside. That time Marchese now. Bounces up. Rebound knocked away. Allerton stripped by Cool. It's a scramble.
So with the jump ball. Sorry about that, Walt. With the jump ball, it'll be Kenrick possession.
Wanted to make sure there wasn't a foul there. We usually, when they go to the floor like that, it is a jump ball. But Marchese will inbound. Marchese looks. Good play that time. Jeff Thompson tied up Rowan, and this time it goes Norristown's way.
Of course, high school ball, they use the possession arrow, don't have jump balls except to start off the half.
Johnson for 3.
First of the game.
That was short. Rebound eluded Michael Evans and out of bounds. He dumps inside to Kenrick. Allerton around Thompson, still nowhere to go. Kenrick being patient here, waiting for a good shot. Bruni hits from the top.
Good job by the Knights that time. Work the ball, wait for their shot. They can't afford to force anything here, down by 11.
Evans drives to the hoop. Another jump ball.
Thompson tied it up that time, Walt.
So under 6 minutes in the third quarter. Norristown 11-point lead. Allerton misses Bruni, wide open inside there. Bruni now with the ball. And back up top to Allerton.
Ken Cool for leading scorer in the ball game. And Walt, right now, this pace favors Bishop Kenrick. This slow, methodical pace is just what they want. Norristown's got to pick up the tempo here a little bit.
Marchese looked like he's pushing off on Cool, but there's no call there. Now for three, no good. Cool, good defense, right in his face. Bruni fake once, missed a shot, and Joel Jones grabs the rebound. Up ahead to Jeff Thompson. Thompson going in for the easy layup, was hammered by Ruggiano.
Jeff Thompson saw a slam in his face that time. He said, well, if Priest can do it, so can I.
Ruggiano hustling back to prevent the easy two.
Thompson lucky he wasn't hurt that time. He was in midair when Ruggiano came over the top. Jeff did lose his footing on the way down, but luckily didn't twist anything or turn anything.
Thompson misses the first. Cans the second one.
Thompson's got a very stylish shot. He's got, he really has the fundamentals down pat.
And as we've seen, the touch follows. So 42-30, Norristown lead here. Bruni, Evans right on him. Allerton down the lane. Allerton tried for the layup there, and Binky Johnson came from behind the block, also a foul.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, that's the fourth foul on Johnson. It's at least 3, and I think it's 4, and of course 5 and you're out in high school. But Coach Cresswell's going to leave Binky in there for a while.
Allerton makes the first.
And that's Mike Allerton's first points of the ball game.
Good on the second also. Binky Johnson directing traffic. Johnson, good defense by Marchese that time. Evans pulls up. No, short on that. Thompson inside for the rebound. Rowan went to the floor at the rebound. Evans just reached down and ripped it away from him. Jumper.
Michael said, here, is that for me? Can I take that off your hands? Let me have this 6-foot jump shot here.
Rowan was looking right up at Evans and Jones, and not a good position. Now Marchese for 3. That's way short. Tapped away by Bruni. Rowan tried to go up. Joel Jones right there. That's a brick. And Kranicki hammered on the follow-up.
Joel Jones, a good job that time. He knew he was going to foul Kranicki, but he made sure that Kranicki wasn't going to get the bucket either.
And after Marchese dished inside, Kranicki thought he was or excuse me, Rowan thought he was going to go right up with the ball.
Binky Johnson's going to leave the ball game for a while. Howard Flowers coming back in.
And also Rowan is replaced by number 52, Mark Reggiano.
12-point ball game still, Walt.
Kernicki all net on the first foul shot.
Interesting that from a tempo standpoint, this third quarter has really gone in favor of Bishop Kenrick, but yet they've only put 5 points on the board and have not narrowed that Norristown lead any. In fact, it's gone up a little.
Lead still 11 after Kernicki misses the second. Up to Thompson. Thompson up. They got the foul on Reggiano that time, said he was still moving.
Pure athleticism that time by Jeff Thompson. He just took the ball and said, I'm going up if you would have come on.
So Thompson fouled while shooting. We'll have 2 free throws coming. Soft on the first.
That's 14 in the game for Jeff Thompson. He's the leading scorer.
And the second. Lead now up to 13 with 2 to go in the third.
Kenrick really being patient here. I think Tom Kehoe told him, hey, look, fellas, you're not going to win if you run with him. Let's get the good shot.
Bruni drain. Knocked away. Evans was there to strip it away, and it'll still be Kenrick ball. Priest Ramsey now into the game for Michael Evans. Bruni right up. Joel Jones swatted away. Comes down with it.
I think Joel Jones is going to be quite an intimidator inside this year.
Cool for 3. Nothing but net. Cool 15 points. Ties Thompson for the Eagle lead scorers. And Cool now with 3 3-pointers. They got the foul on Flowers, trying to contain Allerton. Number 23, Richard Myers, in the game for Joel Jones. High fives on the bench, well deserved.
And Walt, slowly but surely, Norristown adding to their advantage. They're up by 16 points now, and it's been quiet.
Allerton will set up. Allerton drives around Flowers. Good D to keep him out. Now the Eagles run to Cool. Cool, but was fouled. He'll go to the line.
That time Ken Cool did a good job of changing hands, just didn't have enough on it. He was too close to the basket to give the ball the proper touch, and he was a little upset at himself for missing that shot. Nice play by Flowers, though, on the outlet pass, Walt.
Meanwhile, Sean Kenny replaces Allerton. Cool misses the first. Usually automatic from that foul stripe. And he hits the second. 17-point lead now for the Eagles. Marchese inside, tried to scoop it up.
They're going to call Richard Myers for the foul that time. "17-point Norristown advantage." And I chalk most of it up, Walt, to the fact that Kenrick just is not getting the second opportunity. If they miss that initial shot, Norristown's clearing the boards and getting down quickly on offense.
Exactly right. Patience is fine, but when you miss that shot and don't get it back, There's trouble. And Marchese on the first.
And Walt, that's B.J. Marchese's first point of the second half, after bringing up 11 in the first half.
Marchese now 13 points. Cool to Flowers. Dish to Myers. Myers drives. Layup good for Richard Myers. He's got 3 now.
Myers called for the ball that time and did a good job inside once he got it.
Marchese. Down low. Now Bruni with the ball. They bring it back out. No. Now they do. Dish inside to Krenicki. He faces up on Myers. Myers got a piece of that. Air ball by Krenicki. And it'll go Norristown's way.
Good job that time by Myers. He didn't give an inch to Krenicki. And Krenicki wound up taking a fall-away shot off balance. And the Eagles wound up with the ball. There it is.
On the baseline. Missed that. Ten seconds now left in the third. Marchese, no good on that. 2 seconds, 1 second. Ramsey lost the handle, couldn't put it up. So at the end of 3 quarters, Norristown extends their lead, 50-35.
Well, talk about a different type of ball game here in the second half. That first half was really fast-paced, especially in the first quarter when Norristown took it at the Knights. And Bishop Kenrick, I hate to say succeeded, because the end result really wasn't good for them, but they did slow the ball game down. They just couldn't take advantage of it. Norristown added 8 points to their lead.
Well, they slowed it down, but only on their end. Once they missed, Norristown just grabbed the ball and ran with it.
Well, Bishop Kenrick only put 7 points on the board. Pardon me, 6 points. I'll burn up on my subtraction next time. Had 29 points. Nope, now see, I'm looking down there. I thought they had 20. They had 28. I was right the first time. Correct myself twice. I was right the first time. I should have known. Or what I was doing, correcting myself.
They don't supply us with calculators. How do we expect you to do this?
Binky Johnson back into the ball game for Norristown. Binky looking fella. He's a big boy down there.
Marchese stuck tight by Johnson. Marchese tried to go inside and help that time from Myers.
Richard Myers set up a roadblock that time on the baseline and dared Marchese to come through.
Back into the game for Bishop Kenrick. Number 10, Allerton. Number 34, Rowan. Sitting down will be Kenny and Ruggiano. And Marchese at the line to shoot 2. He makes the first. Marchese now, 15 points.
Little full court pressure now from Bishop Kenrick.
Norristown breaks it well. Now Johnson pulls up, gets the roll. Allerton walks it all across the timeline.
Now, if I were down by 17 points, I think I'd try to get the ball up a little more quickly.
Ramsey trying to make Rowan do something with it. Marchese tries to drive, dishes inside. Bruni, good reverse by Bob Bruni.
It was a nice play that time. Marchese, good look inside to Bruni.
And a great catch by Bruni and layup.
Oh, yeah.
Ball movement, Priest, Ramsey, easy layup. Flowers to Evans to Ramsey.
Great ball movement that time.
Allerton pounds the dribble up top. Near steal by Binky Johnson. Allerton sort of telegraphed that pass to March. Johnson almost came away with it.
What I like about how Norristown's played so far tonight is that you can see that although Norristown's playing a fundamentally sound game, it's obvious that the Eagles don't have it up to full volume. They can turn their game up 2 or 3 more notches.
I agree, definitely. You'll probably see that when they have to.
And that's not to belittle Bishop Kenrick because they're playing a gutsy ball game, but I think the Eagles have the superior talent out there tonight.
Brunicky inside to Bruni. Bruni again on. Bruni now showing some scoring talent. He's got 14.
Bruni doing a good job
Whipped
to get
inside
free.
to Myers.
Uh,
Binky Johnson, great no-look pass inside to Myers. Just missed the layup, and Allerton runs it up the floor. Up to Bruni again on the reverse. That time, Binky Johnson denied.
Now, if that's not 5 on Johnson, it's got to be 4.
Brennan back into the ball game, as well as Jeff Thompson. Thompson replaces Richard Myers, who
with 5:37 to play, Norristown still up by 15 points.
Bruni misses the first, and every foul shot counts now. Binky Johnson out of the game with his 4 fouls. Bruni good on the second. Cool brings the ball up court. Marchese on the break. Time Howard Flowers mishandled the pass. Bruni came away with it for an easy 2. Swing to Evans. Cool for 3. Hits the bottom of the net. Cool looking for the foul. Looked like Marchese did slap him on the elbow there, but only gets the 3.
Great job by Ken Cool that time. Leaned in to B.J. Marchese as he put up that 3-pointer. No call,
Bruni
though.
Drive. Continuation is good. Either Cool or Flowers. I think it was Flowers that time. Slapped Bruni as he was going in. Now Bruni beginning to come alive.
Bruni obviously the workhorse for Tom Kehoe's Knights. He has done a great job inside here in this 4th quarter.
Finishes up the 3-point play. It's 59-47.
Bob Bruni, 18 points now in this ball game.
Flowers hits Evans on the baseline. Evans' shot rolls in. Nice touch by Michael Evans. 4:30 to play. Marchese from the corner, missed it long. Allerton for the strip, no. Flowers brings it up court, dish to Ramsey. Ramsey with the short jumper.
Nice ball movement that time. Good look by Howard Flowers.
Allerton over the shoulder to Bruni. Bruni swished from the baseline. And Bruni with 20 now.
Time is on the Eagles' side, though, Walt. 3:49 to play.
Cool for 3. Missed by Thompson rebound. Bucket is good. So Cool shooting those long 3s. That time Thompson didn't have position, but the long rebound bounced to him, and he got the easy 2 over Brennan.
Still a 16-point Eagle lead.
Allerton forces one up. That's run down on the baseline by Flowers, and he'll push it up. Dribbles ahead of him, Allerton. Up ahead to Marchese. Priest Ramsey smart play that time to let it Marchese 2.
65-51, Norristown by 14.
Inside to Thompson. Thompson turns, and they got the foul on Brennan.
Joel Jones coming back into the ball game along with Binky Johnson.
Thompson will be on the line. Makes the first of two. And the second also rolls in. So Thompson, 19 points. Marchese into the lane on Cool. Cool right there to stop him. Down low to Kenrick. Kenny for three. That's way long. Ball loose on the floor. Knocked away by Thompson while he was on the floor, and Binky Johnson picked it up. Up ahead to Myers. Nice catch. Excuse me, that's Evans. Binky Johnson, step nowhere to go. Cool penetrates the middle.
Oh boy!
Picks one up with the right hand and good. Incredible shot that time by Ken Cool.
That's the kind you make in horse, and the other guys say, all right, go ahead.
Brennan fake, no. Bruni drives, pulls up baseline. Good D by Jeff Thompson. Fired ahead to Evans. Evans pull up from 10 feet, no good. Joel Jones hustling down to grab the rebound, and Kenny over the back.
Both the Eagles have played quite an impressive ball game. With only 1:48 to play, things don't look too bright for Tom Kehoe's Knights. His squad down by 18 points. Norristown gradually widened their advantage here in this second half, and they've been coasting for about the last 8 minutes.
Jones missed a first and one. Kenny, 1:40 to play. That's John Haley just into the game for three. That was way short. Ball was fired ahead to Jeff Thompson. Couldn't handle it. Now we'll see some substitutions. Number 42, Kamal Stevens. Number 11, Lou Simmons into the game. Evans and Cool will sit down for the night. Bruni behind the back. Howard, as Lou Simmons lost a shoe. Johnson right by. Johnson coast to coast. He was hammered as Lou Simmons regains his footwear.
Oh boy. Now tell me Lou Simmons doesn't feel a little embarrassed here. He gets into his first varsity game here, loses a shoe.
I wonder if he's expecting to come in, didn't even have his shoes tied. And of course, the logical line, Lou Simmons was faked out of his shoes, but I don't think it was quite that bad.
Literally.
Johnson misses the first of his foul shots. So an ignominious start here for Lou Simmons.
They call him Shoeless Lou Simmons, is that it?
Binky Johnson good on the second. We've substitution number 14. Curtis Lever into the game. Jeff Thompson. Good night for Jeff Thompson.
Jeff finished with 19 points.
Steal by Binky Johnson behind the back and right by Kenny. Johnson pulls up. No good. Fight for the rebound. Comes to Lever. Lever tap. And that's number 35.
Patrick Beecham.
Big Beecham comes in.
6'4", 220.
Kenny throws up a wild shot. There's a tie-up. Joel Jones called for the traveling. He's not happy with that.
Tough call. You have 3 guys on top of you get called for traveling. 45 seconds to play, Walt. Eagles with 70 points, 19-point lead.
Ball was inbounded to Beecham. Beecham went up right away. Both to number 5, Steve Vorath, into the game. Simmons for Lever. Lever pulls up. Oh, way long.
That was a pass.
Joel Jones, Kamal Stevens comes down with it. Lou Simmons drives, tried to force it inside to Jones. That was knocked away by Beecham. Kenny and Vorath playing a little 5-on-5, and Kenny to play, and Norristown up by 18.
Walt in this ball game, Norristown drove out early and just put the cruise control on. They've to a victory here.
Kenny good on both, his first 2. 15 seconds left, and Vorath pushes it up. To Lever. Lever tried to go baseline. A smart play by Kenny that time. Sean Kenny up in the, oh, he tried to throw it off Lever, but out of bounds on him. Simmons, long range. Hard off the backboard. 2-1. Kenny turns and fires high off the backboard, and that'll do it. So at the end of this Norristown High, Bishop Kenrick High basketball game, Norristown comes away the victor, 70-54. Jeff and I will be right back to analyze this game for you in a moment.
Folks, final score 70-54. Norristown cruises to a 16-point win. And Walt, this game I think was a good first outing for this Norristown squad. Good debut for them. They showed that they have got the ability to score, and they play tenacious defense. They showed Kenrick that in the first quarter, certainly. And I think, as I mentioned late in the ball game, they just put the game on cruise and coasted to a victory. And I think if they're tested, as I know they're on this season, they can turn their level of play up 2 or 3 notches and really smoke the ball.
I think cruise is a perfect word for this game. Not to say they didn't work hard, but as you said, they didn't seem to be full throttle. And of course, this was their first game, so that's only to be expected. But they did cruise 16 points, and Kenrick never really into the game. Norristown started off with a 9-0 lead. Kenrick never really got into it, and Norristown maintained the lead and built on it.
Tough to find any negatives for Norristown tonight, especially in an opening ball game. I mean, you really can't expect them to be perfect. And in all the major areas, they did well. They had diversified scoring, excellent rebounding. I mean, they just owned the boards and defensively. Pretty good passing. The only thing I might say is it's tough to criticize their rebounding, but maybe a little more boxing out inside. They won the rebounding tonight simply on height and leaping ability. They're going to encounter some clubs that do match up with them height-wise, and in those instances, it's going to be more crucial to have the fundamentals, the boxing out down pat, rather than as they did tonight with Kenrick just physically overpowering them.
We know that the whole Norristown squad is quick, also very strong, and you see the height in the middle. Now, when they do get into tougher teams, taller teams, you're probably going to have to see them box out more. I think they can handle it. This game is sort of freelancing. They They had the ability, they had the potential to go in and grab the loose rebounds. So that's what they did, and it ignited the running game.
Excellent ball game all around. Let's take a look very quickly at the scoring here. Ken Cool, after 10 first quarter points, finished with a very respectable 21 points, right around his season average from last year of 22.1 points per game. Ken picked up the tempo in the fourth quarter, had a few razzle-dazzle shots late in the game, and an excellent all-around game for him tonight.
His shooting was incredible. Pulled up all day on whoever was in his face, and we've seen him do that before. He doesn't have to be open. He can create his own shots. Really hot first quarter, then he got a little rest, gave other people a chance to score, and they did.
Absolutely. The other big scorer for Norristown tonight, Jeff Thompson. Can't say enough good things about Jeff Thompson. 19 points, and we were saying probably at least a dozen rebounds. We don't keep rebound stats here at courtside, but I'm willing to bet he had certainly double figures in rebounds. He played an all-around excellent ball game, and his shooting touch has improved tremendously from last year. He looks very confident with the ball in his hand.
We saw him grab rebounds, and I think anywhere from 15 feet and in, Jeff Thompson can do really a lot for you. He grabbed the rebounds. He's about 6'4", so some good height, good leaping ability, and a great shooting touch, as you mentioned.
Okay, Joel Jones in the middle. Finished with only 4 points, but beyond that, a forced defensively, blocked a few shots early, and I think really put Kenrick outside on the perimeter for about 2.5 quarters. He kept Kenrick from coming inside with his intimidating play.
Jones definitely the defensive star. We saw him have a good move in the first quarter, but the offense really wasn't needed tonight. He was more of a defensive force, and that's exactly what he did. The block shots kept Kenrick from trying to get down in the middle, and then they had to work the perimeter, and it just didn't work for him in the second half.
And Binky Johnson from the point guard position finished with 9. Binky did a good job. He controlled the tempo, gave the ball up, had a number of assists tonight, and I give him credit for a fine ball game.
Right, we know he can score more, but once again, it wasn't necessary. Other people were hot, so he did his job all out.
Michael Evans, 8 points from the forward position. Michael did a good job, picked up a few buckets from close range, finished with 8, and Priest Ramsey finished with 6 points. Obviously, we talked about it at halftime. The 2 biggest points, though, were his slam, the first dunk of the new year for us, and a big play for Norristown. Ignited the crowd, did a good job. And also, Lou Simmons lost his shoe, didn't get any points, but I just wanted to mention his name. I love that. That was game in my mind. Richard Myers had 3 points, and that rounds out the scoring for the Eagles, 70 altogether. For Bishop Kenrick, Bob Bruni and B.J. Marchese were the offensive story.
Well, Bruni and Marchese are, most of the time, they're offensive leaders. Bruni started out slow, but as we expected, he came on in the second half. Bruni's a very good scorer, talented player, and Marchese, more penetration than we expected. We know he has a good jumper. Penetration and leadership were there. B.J.
Marchese finished with 19 points. Bob Bruni with 20. From there, you drop off precipitously. Next highest scorer, Andy Rowan with 3 points. Brad Kernicki also with 3. Mike Allerton, Mark Ruggiano, and Sean Kenny, 2 points each. And Patrick Beecham off the bench late in the ball game with a point from the free throw line to round out Bishop Kenrick's scoring. Can't say too much bad game from Norristown's standpoint. Bishop Kenrick, I think, is a young squad. They'll mature as this season goes on in Catholic League play. But the Eagles, definitely an impressive debut for 1988-89.
Well, I think Coach Tom Keogh has to be happy with the Kenrick game, actually. 16 points, it's tough to say that, but Norristown favored to win District 1. Kenrick was close with them for a while, but Norristown took control, and that's only to be expected. Hopefully they'll continue that throughout the season.
All right, folks, we'd like to thank the Norristown Area School District for bringing you this ball game. Mr. Tony Coy, our producer tonight, ably assisted by Andrea Brandon. I'd like to thank her for her efforts here this evening as she stands up there and can't believe that I actually mentioned her name. Well, she's my wife. What can I do? I'd like to thank Walt Fry for joining me here tonight. It's going to be a great season, folks. We hope you'll stay tuned and join us. It's going to be a great season of Norristown High boys basketball. I'm Jeff Brandon. Thank you for being with us.